Collective. Let's get into a reading. My nose is itching. So I'm going to do a no contact and I'm going to see what's coming out. I may extend this. If you ever want the extended portion, you can find it on Gumroad or Patreon. Patreon and channel members get to see this first, always. I do feel like there could be someone in your energy that's feeling kind of desperate right now, okay? Desperate for answers. I just heard as well, desperate for attention, desperate for affection. Someone's desperate. The cards that come out was player. I've been choosing to keep my distance from you and stay in the field. Now they could be trying to work up the courage to ask you out because they've learned some sort of lesson, but the drama could have led them to their breaking point. So what does that remind me of? It's all fun and games being a player until you go outside and your tires are cut. Until you go outside and you got profanity all over your car. You get your hands on the wrong kind of man or woman and they'll show you just how crazy people can be. And I tell that to people all the time. If you want to be a player, you play those games. But you gonna meet your match. So much so that you might be scared for your life. Because some people out here are crazy. Some people out here are bonkers. And I feel like someone here that I'm bringing in could be attached to your energy, but they could have been humbled by someone or something that kind of really pushed them to their breaking point. It could have been a lot of drama. It could have been just a mess. They could have had a mess in their life, okay? That's what I'm saying. So someone here could be desperate to talk to you because you're haunting them. But they could be cleaning up a mess that they made. So let's see. I'm hearing the song Uh-Oh by Tate McRae. Okay. I feel like I can't move on from you. I've been seeking advice. You've been keeping me up at night. Why are you keeping them up at night? So what's the truth of this relationship? The truth is that they were learning a lesson. The truth is that they could be extremely jealous, and they could also be the kind of personality where they want you to be jealous. If we don't know how to be mature adults, we will sometimes want to make someone jealous because if they react, we know, okay, there's something there. They got feelings, they got emotion, they pissed for a reason. I'm going to tell you something because, I don't know about y'all, but have you ever been pissed at someone for going after someone that you weren't crazy about? It's like, no, you can have them. No, you don't. The only time you get jealous is if they have something that you want and you think you can't have it. So there could be a lot of jealousy in this relationship. They could have the tendency to try to make you jealous. And they could get really jealous when they know that you're doing things that they don't want you to do. I don't know why, but I'm getting that this could be an energy of like a man or a woman who gives off the I'm not with you, but you're still mine. That's what I'm getting here. So some of you got your hands full with someone. Do you know what I'm getting? I feel like the truth has hit them. I feel like you're the one who got away. I feel like it's a truth that is reality. I feel like it's a reality that they didn't see, didn't want to see, and now it's a reality that they don't want to live. But it could be their reality forever because of their behavior. So they're feeling helpless right now. They've been sending a lot of messages to you, but they don't press send or they delete them and go, okay, I'll do it later. And this person's at a place where it's like, whatever, I'll do whatever. I will do whatever I need to do to get back to you, to get back into your good graces. That could have been the lesson though. The lesson could have been, do your thing, baby, do your thing. Just make sure you're comfortable. It's an energy of, oh, say it, but say it with your chest. Do the behavior, but do it all the way out and make sure the apology's just as loud. That's what I'm feeling here, okay? So they feel like you're the one that's got away. And now they're seeking advice on what to do because they're seeing that they can't move on. And they're also seeing that they'll do whatever it takes to get you into their reality. Now, you might not want this person for some of you. You might put down below, I don't want them. That's valid. This person has trust issues. This person is stubborn. This person is stubborn, but this person feels like you heal them. So that could have been another issue here, is that this person has major trust issues and this person is very stubborn. Okay. Someone could have a list because every time I go to say person, it's like I have a list. Someone could have like a speech impediment. Somebody could have like a speech issue. This person could be taking time to think, okay, so why do they want to come back now? Because they're seeing that something has been blocking them from you. The lack of actually making a choice, the lack of acknowledging that a choice needs to be made. What they're showing me is someone trying to go out the front door, but the front door's locked. And they're saying, I can't get out. I can't get out. Where's the key? The key's right beside the door. But they don't want to see that the key's right beside the door. They're choosing to be stuck. They're choosing not to make a choice. Oh, can't get out, so that means I got to call into work. That's what I'm saying here. This person could have wanted to stay exactly where they were at. So they chose to not acknowledge that a choice needed to be made, or that they were blocking something that they would eventually want, because you're very healing for them. You're very healing to them. You're something that's also making them see the issues that they have and the issues that are never going to be beneficial for them in their life. Things have got to change. They've got to change. One of the things that needs to change is that they have the tendency to think that they're trapped in their circumstances and that there's nothing they can do, when there's always something you can do, okay? A lot of it has to do with the fact that they continue to chicken out. They don't really have the strength and the courage to do what needs to be done. Why do they not have the strength and the courage to do what needs to be done? Because they might not be completely ready for what you're ready for. The King of Pentacles coming up upright is the kind of person where it's like, you know what, I'll go to work and I'll do what I need to do. And then I'm going to show up at my kid's game. And then I'm going to go home, and what my wife needs, my husband needs, I got it. I'm there. I'm going to be responsible. And sometimes being responsible means showing up and doing things that you don't want to do. Saying the things that are hard. Doing the things that make you uncomfortable. But you being uncomfortable doesn't matter, because it needs to be done regardless. But this person's coming out sideways. So they're getting there, but they're not there yet. There's still a little bit of like selfishness. There's still an energy here of them not being completely ready to put the stubbornness aside and be the best that they can be. I'm going to be honest with you. I personally think stubborn and selfish people do not make good parents, and they do not make good partners. And if you are stubborn or you are selfish, I personally think that you have a lot of reflection you need to do, because being in relationships is being selfless if they're the right relationships. That's what I'm saying here. This person's got a choice to make. Am I going to choose to grow up and be the version of myself I know I could be, I need to be, but it's going to take work. It's going to take me being dedicated and waking up every day and saying, you know what, I don't want to talk to nobody today, but I got to talk to someone today because I said that I love them. I said I'm going to be with them, and that means taking action. So what's happening here is that the truth has hit someone. Someone here is learning that love is a verb. Okay, what do I mean by that? Love is showing up for someone when you don't want to. Love is showing someone that when it's inconvenient, you're going to be there for them. Here's an example. My niece used to date someone a long time ago who, sweetest thing in the world, loving to death. Also, he gets on my nerves, and I think he's really immature. But one day he called, and he was stranded 4 hours away from our home. He had gotten a bad car wreck. His parents wouldn't come get him. He had no one to come get him. He had no money, and he was sitting 4 hours away from home with nothing, and nobody would help him. And he called, and I said, I am on my way. Send me your location. I'll be there in 4 hours. When I say that I love you, I mean that I love you, period. Love is a verb. That means doing things that are inconvenient. That means driving 4 hours one way, biting the bullet and saying, listen, I'll pay for it. Whatever we need to do, you just need to be somewhere safe, period. That is love. It's doing something that's inconvenient. It's doing something that you don't want to do. Do you think that I wanted to get up that morning and drive 4 hours one way and 4 hours back and pay the money for gas when I barely had money as is? No, I did not. But that is love. It's putting your selfishness to the side and saying, you know what? I'm the grounded portion of this reality. I'm the person who can step up, save the day, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. But this person has got to choose to be that person. They've got to choose to be the person that you can depend on, that you can count on. Is it going to happen? Well, they're not against growing. They're growing. They're growing significantly. And you're also the thing that will continue to haunt them. You're the thing that they want to match. You're the thing that they want to show up for. You're the person that they feel so loyal to. But they also know that they have some growing up to do. And you could have either made a final decision around this person, or you see this person as nothing more than a lesson. So how do you view this person? Let's ask that. You view this person as a devil energy. You view this person who likes to have it their way, nothing more, nothing less. You view this person as someone who's got demons, but they don't want nobody to know that they got demons. But you also view this person as the maker of their life. So you see them as the person that they want to be. You see them as the person that they can be. Hi, baby. But what you also see is that this person's got demons that they've got to conquer, and you can't help them conquer it unless they want you to. It's like you know that this person is not only running from their trauma, their demons, but they're also running from you because you just want to help. And as an Empress, as a Queen of Pentacles, it's an energy of, I'll leave the light on, but I'm not coming after you. Every light in the house is on just in case you ever do decide to come home. But I'm not going and sitting in the driveway wondering if you're coming. That's your energy. And you're along the lines of, and I know you enough to know that if you want to come home, you will. If you want to talk to me, you will. And if you don't, it's because you don't want to. It's as simple as that. That's how you feel. So now, they're seeing you as someone that they're kind of helpless over. They're seeing you as someone who come into their life out of fucking nowhere. You were shocked. You shook their foundation. You shook what they knew to be true. You shook what they thought worked. I mean, you're the energy of like, come in and they think something's working. Guess what? It ain't working. You're the reason that people change shit because you find the loopholes. You find the problems. I will say this, if you're dating anyone else or entertaining anyone else, I'm hearing the song Thinking About Me by Morgan Wallen. So they could be wondering if you think about them when you're dating other people. When they laugh, do you think about me? When they drink the same drink that I would drink and you kiss them, do you think of me when you're kissing them? Regrets. I'm holding back, I'm suffering in silence, and I'm trying to repress and block. When is this going to shift? It's going to shift when this person quits playing the victim and quits getting in the energy of lack. Because right now they're really like, well, I've been betrayed. You didn't put me on a pedestal. You weren't patient. This person's at a place of like pointing the finger. When reality, they need to be looking in the mirror and go, okay, if you ran, why did you run? If you decided to betray me, why did you betray me? I'm not victim shaming. What I'm saying is that if a marriage fails, it's both people's fault. Yeah, we did as much as we could. However, you can't tell me that you can't look back and go, wait, I could have done this differently. Maybe I should have been nicer in this reality. Maybe I should have placed a boundary right then. Maybe I shouldn't have overlooked that red flag, but I did, and then they come in with 6 more flags. If you're not willing to get out of the victim mindset and say, okay, what could I have done different? I'm not saying I wasn't the victim. I'm not saying that I was perfect in that relationship, but what I'm saying is that I put myself in it. I did what I did, and I got to learn from it. You can't grow if you don't. This person needs to do that. They've got to get out of the mindset of, but I've been betrayed before. Well, you did this to me, so now I can never love you again. Well, in the past, my daddy cheated on my mama, so now that my daddy cheated on my mama, I feel like everybody's a cheater. They've got to let something go. And if they don't, they're going to continue to repress, and they're going to continue to be woke up very late at night feeling kind of consumed by this. Because there is sincere feelings here. What do you need to know about this? You need to know that this person's in a moment of soul reflection. You need to know that this person's really wounded. And the woundedness of them needs to control this. The woundedness of them needs to know how this is going to go. The woundedness of them needs this to be a sure end shot, when in life nothing's a sure end shot. This is the kind of person that they wouldn't want to put an offer on a house unless they knew they were getting it. Same for love. That's not life. When you put an offer in on a home, guess what? You might not get it. There might be a better bidder out there for you. There might be someone who was like, nope, that's my dream home, and I'm giving $50,000 more. That's fine. That's great. That's grand. Maybe it's not your home if that's the case. And this person's got to get to a place where they look at love the same way. They've got to quit playing the victim of, well, you know, Sally loved me and she left me. Well, you know, John, he really loved me, but he said I wasn't the one. Maybe John's a loser and didn't see what he had. Maybe Sally a hoe and she wanted the neighbor and not you, but now she's really annoyed because she chose something that's wrong. Sometimes that's life. But if we're at a place where we're overly controlling it and we're being so aggressive and logical in life, we will continue to stay stuck. Are they ever going to take any action? Right now, they're weighing things out. They're weighing the cause. They're weighing the effect. I will say this. This person wants to confess something to you. They want to pour out their heart. They want to tell you something. They want to be vulnerable. This person wants to be vulnerable. But this person being vulnerable is the hardest thing they've ever done. I think this person would jump in front of a bullet before they want to be vulnerable. Like, they would rather jump in front of a bullet, go to the hospital and have to recover for maybe months or years, versus being vulnerable and telling you how they feel. That's how it feels. It kind of feels like a death sentence. Right now, they're weighing it out. I have a choice to make. If I make this choice, this could happen, or this could happen. If I do this, if I never speak to them again, this could happen or this could happen. I've got to decide what I can live with. And what's going to continue to happen is that they're going to get pushed more and more and more to the point to recognize that they're suffering, but they're the reason they're suffering. And that they have to get control of the wounded side of them that feels that they always have to be in control. And that if they're not in control, that it's out of control. Sometimes things being out of control is just to show you that you can go with the flow and it's not necessarily going to go to hell. And even when we think we're in control, we're not always in control. That's an illusion. So right now they're kind of weighing it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this into an extended. If you want it, you can find it down below on Patreon or Gumroad. And I'm going to dig into, what does that confession look like? What do they really want to tell you? Okay, so if you want it, find it down below. If not, I'll see you soon. Have a blessed day.